Hello everyone, Cindy here with Monarch Mom DIY. Excited to be here for this Crafty Friends Unite Creative Meetup. I have not been able to do one of these for a little while, so I'm very happy to be here with you this evening. It's 5:30 here in Michigan. And I'm getting my comments up so I can see you. I know that our first presenter just finished a couple of minutes ago. So as you're hopping on, I know Amy is going to stream this into the Crafty Friends Unite group as well. And I only have 30 minutes, so I don't want to spend too much time with the chit chat. And I'm really glad that I hopped on to get the last bit of the first presenter's project because she used the exact stencil I was going to use, and I think she used two of the same colors. So I real quick grabbed a different pattern. It's not one, I know she used this one, the Mini Blooming Roses from our January Craft Club. Thank you, Amy. So I went and grabbed this one, which is called the French Rose pattern. It's similar, but this is one that is available all the time, and it is 15 by 15. So for my project, because it's only 30 minutes, I did do a tiny bit of prep ahead of time. So what I have is, this is one of those, it was a gold plastic frame. It's got kind of a elaborate little design there to it, and it has a black chalkboard inside. Okay, and then it's got a backer and a stand and all of that. So I still have the black option if I decide to go with that, but I also painted the back side with Ballet Slipper Waverly chalk paint instead, or in case I decide I want a pink background instead of black. So I did do a coat of black chalk paint on this first, because what I want to do now is take a chippy brush. Oh, I sure hope I have one here. I should. Uh-oh. Where'd you go? Well, I have something that'll work well enough. Did I move it? Great. I don't know where that thing went. Anyway, we're just going to lightly use this brush to get some white, and it's going to make the details on this frame really pop out. Thank you. I know, I really wish I would have gotten more. I've been seeing a lot of people using these and the oval ones, and I'm so sad I cannot find them at my store anywhere. Okay, so like I said, I did a little bit of prep just so we weren't wasting the whole 30 minutes for paint to dry. Okay, I'm going to get most of this off. I'm going to start very light on my white going around. I can always add more, but it's really hard to take it off once you've got it on there. Okay, so look at that. Just adding a little bit of white, how that texture, that design really pops out. Hello, everyone. Thank you for hopping on. So I'm going once around, and then we'll see. I think I want to go around some more. Let's let that dry a second, and let's just do some white on these edges. I did paint the edges black as well. So our theme today is patterns. And like I said, I was going to use the pattern from the Craft Club, but thankfully at the last minute saw that the previous presenter used that. So switched it up to something similar, but not the same. All right. So we're going to use the French Rose pattern. All right, I'm going to go back over with white. I'm going to go a little heavier this time. Okay, I'm liking it. I haven't done anything on the inside of the frame, and I don't know if I need to. I really don't think I need to. Okay, what do we think? Is this enough white? I think I am going to want the pink background. I hope I didn't do too much prep now and this project is going to be done too quick. I'm just going to add a little bit more. I will most likely, because this frame is plastic, I will spray seal it, the whole project, when I'm done. I want this to look a little grungier, just a little. I want it to look a little less perfect, so I'm going to pounce some more white, kind of get some in there. Okay. I think I'm liking that. What do you guys think? Big difference, right? Oh, good. You think it'll go well with the stencil? Awesome. All right, so we've got that. And I think the other things I'm going to use, I have one heart left, but I don't like this color for kind of the look I'm going for. So I think I'm going to paint this. I think I'm going to paint it red. What do you guys think? And I think I'm going to do the pattern. Should I do glittering rose gold or French rose? Now, glittering rose gold is going to stand out just a little. The French rose would obviously be brighter. What do you guys think? Some of the other things I have is this little mini stencil. I just want to do the word love on the heart. And then I have this little wood key from Dollar Tree. I think I'm going to glue that under the word love. So instead of love you more, I'm just going to do love and then the key. So what do you guys think? Should I paint the... I think I'm going to paint the heart red. So let's scuff it up just a little bit so that it'll grab on the paint. These are kind of shiny. So I'm going to kind of scuff it up a little bit. See if it'll grab onto the paint a little better. I'm thinking the rose gold too. That's what I was thinking. All right, so let's get our crimson. And if this ends up being too bright, I can always tone it down. But let's go ahead and I don't want this bright pink. I probably could have left the edges pink, but we'll go ahead and paint them red. So if you have never caught me crafting before, I would love it if you would follow me on my page, monarchmomdiy.com. I also have a YouTube channel. Some of the, maybe about half of the creators that are in this collaboration today are on my Magnolia team. Very proud of them for going live and doing crafting live. Okay, I don't really want to touch it because I don't want to smear the paint off of it. These are the oh. All right, running out of room here. Okay, let's use this. Oh, and I was cleaning my counter and I left my spray out there, but I think I can use this baby wipe. So this is a new self-healing mat I ordered from Magnolia. And when I first get them, they come like with plastic. So I use that as long as I can until it gets cut or too yucky to clean. And that works really well. Okay, so we're going to use the pink side. I'm going to get a new sheet of 400. I just want a clean one. Yeah, this one's got dark pink all over it. We don't want to get that onto our little background. All right, so we're going to use our little gator. And I'm just going to smooth that surface. Now this is the back. This is the chalkboard that came in the frame. I just flipped it around and painted like this. I guess it's like MDF. I thought the paint would probably stick better to that than to the chalkboard. And I can always flip it around if I want, right? Okay. Get our dust off. And alrighty, now this stencil is big and I'm only covering this little thing. So all I'm going to do, and I've used this one a bit, it's not super sticky anymore, so I am not going to fuzz it. I'm just going to stick my surface under here, and then I'm going to start rubbing my stencil. I feel like the rubbing kind of heats it up a little bit and makes it stick down. We want all those little green parts to be adhered to our surface so that the chalk paste only goes where you can see the light pink background. All right, I think we decided, hey Marie, ooh, I haven't used this color in a while, it looks like. I have been neglecting my chalk paste maintenance. Let's grab my distilled water mister here. And mix some water in, a little bit more. Naughty, I have been neglecting my chalk paste. Probably when I get back from Arizona would be a good time to just go through all my paste and ink and see that they get mixed up, see if there's any I need to reorder. Hey Valerie! All right, we're doing glittering rose gold on the French rose pattern on our ballet slipper painted background. Okay? All right, so I'm going to get a good chunk here because I can do a lot of this in one swipe, one fell swoop. That reminds me, have you guys watched that comedian, Nate Bargatze? He's so funny. One of the things I love the most about him is that he's clean. No swear words, no inappropriate, and he's so funny. Anyway, I just watched a video today about that one fell swoop. He says his wife doesn't understand what that means. All right. Pretty sure I got that whole thing. Looks good. All right, so now we're just going to peel this up. Ooh, I do like that. Good call, good call. All right. Isn't that gorgeous? Ooh, I love it. Okay, I'm going to take my stencil all the way off the backing sheet, though, because look what I remembered. I remembered to bring my water tub. So I'm just going to stick the part that we used, just so it doesn't dry on there. What am I stepping on? Goodness. Okay. All right. So we have our frame is drying. We have our background. We have our heart that we painted red because the only one I had left was the bright pink. I don't think they came out with these again this year. I don't remember. But you can find heart shapes, gosh, anywhere. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, even Walmart probably in their craft section. All right, let's take a second and dry this. Now the glittering colors, it's a little harder to tell when they're dry because of the glittering effect. Makes them look like they're still wet. Okay. All right. So what about our frame? A frame seems, ooh, that's going to be so pretty. Look at that already. It's a lot going on. What about the heart? I think I want to sand it lightly to maybe mute the color a little bit. And it looks like, without intending it, we're going to distress the edges, which is okay. And they look white because I had already sanded the front of the heart. So a lot of that pink on the edges was already sanded away. Okay. I think I kind of like that. Makes it a little bit of a softer color. It's not going to be quite so bright hanging off there. Okay, my next thing is the key. The key right now is this dark brown color, and I'm wondering, okay, so we've got the key. I'm thinking I maybe will paint it white, but what color should I do the love? I could do baby pink to match the background color, or I could do white, or I could do black. Maybe the key should be black. What do we think about making the key black and the word love white? I'm kind of thinking, where's my black? I'm kind of thinking I want to do that. So let's, let's get a little piece of tape here. I'm going to stick this key to the sticky side of my tape and then tack it down, just so I don't have to try to hold that thing and paint it at the same time. All right. Just get a little bit of black. Just lightly go over our key. We don't need a ton of paint getting in the spaces, so we're just going to go lightly. And I don't mind keeping the sides brown. I don't have that rub-on stuff. If I did, I tried using it and I didn't really, I don't know, I didn't really care for it. All right, let's do, I haven't used this mini stencil before. I'm just gonna fuzz it on my sweater. All right, and I'm not gonna put it right in the middle. I want a little bit more room for my keys, so I'm gonna move it up a little bit. We're just gonna do the word love with white. The key is wood. It's one of those laser cut wood pieces that you can get in packages at Dollar Tree. I haven't bought a ton of those. I think I've bought stars, crosses, and those keys. Okay, the other day I did white chalk paste on top of red, and so it sometimes can come out looking a little pink. So I did one coat, and now I'm just going to go over it again one more time to try and get that nice bright white color. Oh, and that looks so good. And let's put that in our, you know what? I put that the wrong way. We do not want the sticky side floating in the water. There we go. All right. Eee, I'm excited. It's coming together. See, I gotta move. I gotta put things away as I go. Otherwise, I get too many things here. All right. Chalk paste. White paint. And white chalk paste. Okay, I think at this point, we're almost ready to put things together. Yeah, I guess I'll use hot glue. I really don't need a ton of glue to get that key on. But I think I want to start putting this together. Okay, don't think it matters which side. So we'll put that down and then put the backing. I like that this frame has the little levers instead of the metal clips that sometimes then break off. All right, so get that in there and get our clips. So the cool thing about this too is it's got the stand, but you could rip that off and just do the hanger. What do we think? That's pretty. And I will spray it. Now, do we want to add anything else? This is what it looks like if I'm just going to put the heart on the backing. I could stick something behind it to make it stand out. That is an option. All right, let's get our key here. That's going to be really pretty. Did I see that? Thank you. The frame is from Dollar Tree, and it was called Chalkboard. It had a chalkboard inside, but I just flipped the chalkboard around and painted the back of it. And then we used the French rose pattern. If you're a craft club member, the mini blooming roses would also be a great option with just one color, or you could do two colors. All right, what do we think? I'm thinking this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to glue these down. I really don't feel like it needs anything else. What do you guys think? Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm waiting for my hot glue. I mean, I might have some lacy type ribbon. if I wanted to move the heart down and do a bow, what do you guys think about that? I don't know if I have white though. I don't know if I have a color that would match this. I scratched a little bit of the, that's okay. What do you think? Am I done? I just have to glue this all together. It is very pretty. I don't think it needs any ribbon. All right, let's glue our key on to the heart. Just a couple little dots of glue. We don't want a ton of glue. Does it matter which way it goes? I don't think it does. All right. We're gonna glue this. Ta-da! Isn't that so pretty? All right, so I used, again, the French rose pattern, and then this mini stencil is in the Valentine minis. The heart, or the key, excuse me, is from Dollar Tree, as well as the frame. And that is my project for you guys tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. If you are not already following my Monarch Mom DIY page, I encourage you to do so. And I will be back with some more live crafting later on this week, next week as well. All right. Thanks so much. Hop on or stay on the Crafty Friends Unite page or head over to Crafts by Amy. So proud of Amy. She kept these meetups going after I no longer had the time to do it, and I'm so glad she did. It's a great way for creators to do a very short live to get used to doing live crafting, and I can't wait to see what she's going to make. Thanks so much, everybody.